In this question, we have the position vectors of A and the position vector of B. That means OA is 3i plus 2j minus k. This is the position vector of A. We can also call this simply A. And the position vector of B is also given, starts from O. So this is 5i plus 6j plus 5k. Remember to underline the vector, that is very, very important. This can also be known as small letter b in shortcut. Now we have this information, and the next information that we have is some sort of a ratio. We have AP equals to 3BP. So that means if this line is AP, it is made up of three of these. In other words, if you think of this ratio as AP divided by BP, then it would be 3 by 1. If I just cross multiply this, that means the entire thing AP is 3 and BP is 1. That means this makes it 2. So if you think about it, it is made up of AP, the entire portion, and that is 3 parts or 3 portions, and BP is 1 portion, then the remaining AB should be 2 portions. So this is important concept of ratio rule for that. For example, if you're asked to break down 100 taka into 2 portions, 2 is to 3, there are altogether 5 portions. So there are 2 portions over here and 3 portions over here. So there are 5 portions. So when you think about it, then what would be each portion? Then each portion would be 100 divided by 5, which is 20 taka. So 20 taka would be each portion. So if this person gets 2 portion, that person would get 20 taka plus 20 taka. So it would be 40 taka. And this person will get 3 portions, which is 20 plus 20 plus 20, which is 60 taka. So that's how you divide. A generic rule for this would be, if you have to divide a total x is to y, a total, suppose if it's a length of a line AB, then the portion with x would get x divided by x plus y into the total length of AB, and this would be y divided by x plus y into the total length of AB. So that's how the ratio works. So let's do this one here. A diagram always helps. So if you know what OA and OB is, if you draw the diagram like this is OA and OB, this information is given. And we also know that if you have AB produced over here, then we're going to get a point P. So we can join here OP. So diagram really helps. I recommend you draw the diagram all the time. So the first thing, in order to find, what we have to find is the position vector of P. So we have to find OP. So let's start. So finding OP, we can use the position vector rule, which is AP equals to OP minus OA. The position vector rule states that if you want to find a vector, for example, PQ, it means the vector has a beginning, which is known as the initial point, and an end known as the terminal point. So the vector PQ would simply be position vector of the terminal point OQ minus position vector of the initial point. So that's the position vector rule for finding vectors. So in this particular question, we have to find OP. So OP would be simply, if I send this OA to the other side, it would be OP equals to AP plus OA. Now how do we find AP? We know this ratio. If AB is 2, this is 1. So if we want to find AP, we can simply find it using the ratio rule. So the ratio rule can be used like this. For AP divided by AB, so AP, the whole thing is 3 and AB is 2, we can write, therefore, if we cross multiply, 2AP divided by 3 equals to AB. So that is the ratio. AB equals to 2 by 3 of AP. When we find the ratio of lines, for example, AB is a line, length of a line, and AP is also referred to as the length of a line, is the same as the ratio of the vectors. That means, therefore, if you want to find AP, it would be 3 by 2 of ABs. From ratio, we can also find vectors. So since this refers to the length of the line and the ratio of vectors and the ratio of lines, they are the same. So we can write, therefore, the vector AP equals to 3 by 2 of the vector AB. Now, we already know the position vectors of AB. So using the position vector rule, we can find AB equals to OB minus OA. And that turns out to be 3 by 2. So OB is given over here 5I plus 6J plus 5K minus OA is going to be, now since there is a minus over here, I recommend you give a bracket, because if the bracket opens, it's going to be different in sign. This bracket closed. Now if we start simplifying, it turns out to be 3 by 2. 5 minus 3i, if you open the bracket, it's going to be 2i, plus 6j minus twice j is going to be 4j, plus 5k minus minus plus k is going to be 6k. Now what we can do is, we can take the 2 common, and it would turn out to be 3 by 2 into I plus 2j plus 3k. And this 2 and this 2 cancels. Now we can write AP equals to 3i plus 3 2 is 6j plus 3 3 is 9k. So that is AP. Now we can put the value over here and find the position vector of OP. Hence, OP equals to AP, which is 3i plus 6j plus 9k plus AP. So AP is, this is OA. This is OA. OA is 3i plus 2j minus k. Since it's already plus over here, I don't have to bother this with a bracket, because I know the sign would be the same as before. If it was a negative, I highly recommend give a bracket, otherwise there might be mistakes. So 3i plus 3i is 6i. 6j plus 2j is 5. 8j plus 9k minus k is 8k. So that's it. This is the position vector of OP.